Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I'm back once again with a new series for you called The Future of Work. So today we're going to talk about the path forward that we take when it comes to social media especially, but just business in general. The path forward we take now that we're out of the pandemic. Now that we're coming out of this 2 years of doing things mostly digital, after years of doing things in person, how do we figure out the path forward? Well, we take what worked before, but we don't stick with just what worked before. We don't go backwards. And we take with what worked during the pandemic, but we can't keep that. That wasn't sustainable. So we take the best practices of things that happened before the pandemic and then during the pandemic as far as business experiences and what we can do with our business. We take that with the path forward. The path forward, especially with social media, we want to make sure that we're optimizing the way people are consuming social media, which has changed completely since 2019. We want to make sure that we're staying up on current trends. And we want to make sure that we're capturing attention, that we're engaging with our audience, and we're not leaving opportunity to the wayside like we may have before. So we want to make sure that we really understand the power of social media and what it means for us now and where we take it. So the first thing really is to think about with social media, there's several aspects to it. And I'll talk about the 4 phases of social media. But basically, you have the creation, right? You have the marketing. You have the ideas that go into providing content that people will click on, will watch, will view, will like, will share, will comment. Then you have the management aspect of where you're actually managing your social media to be able to consistently give people what they're looking for, to make sure your market's hitting your target audience, to make sure that your videos are right where they're supposed to be, hitting who they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be, and giving them what they want. This is a concept that we really have to think about because a lot of people get the whole media thing confused. Social media is a combination of things that allows a business to be able to attract more customers, retain current customers, upsell or sell new products to existing customers, to inform their audience, to empower their workforce. Social media's got a lot to it. So we're going to break it down over the next series of videos. So today we're going to focus though on that path forward. And the path forward really starts with understanding the difference between marketing and management when it comes to social media. So I'll give you a quick high level and then I'll drop a video in a couple days that will give you even more context to this. But basically marketing is the content creation, right? Creating the content, making sure that you have the videos and the stories and the reels and the posts that you need to get eyes on you so that they want to buy from you. Social media should make you likable, should make you trustworthy, should show that you offer value, should show that you're doing something that will benefit others. And if you can do that and you solve their problems, you're able to offer a solution, a business course, or you give them a service, or you do something for their business that helps them grow, helps them become more successful, helps them make more profit, then you're successful. That's what marketing is all about, right? Driving that messaging. The management aspect is much more tactical, much more basically everything you do every day that builds consistency. You want to make sure the marketing that you do is consistent. You want to make sure it's getting to people in a way they can consume it. You want to make sure that when they consume it, they become, in a sense, addicted to it. They binge it. They want to watch it, either all of it right away or they have a chance to watch it on a regular basis. But you want things to have a similar look and feel. You want to give a similar experience. You want to give people things they know. You want to make them comfortable so they come back. You want to make them familiar with what it is that you're all about, what your business is all about, what your products are, what your services are. You make them familiar. So that's what management's all about. Taking what catches their attention and turn it into repeat views, repeat watches, repeat likes. So with this process, you have to understand both the kind of people that become social marketers and the kind of people that become social media managers. They're different in a lot of cases. Social media managers are project people. They understand how to build calendars and look at strategy and every day chip off a piece of that strategy so that they're doing something on a daily basis. They're number driven. They're looking at the ROI. They're trying to figure out what's working and what's not. They do testing. This is the whole thing that happens in management. Marketing is much more where you're creating the content. Now they blend together. In fact, a lot of people use these terminologies interchangeably. So social media management, social media marketing, I think for the sake of what we want to talk about in this video series, they are different though. And they are different because one's primarily creative and one's primarily the operational, the management, the day-to-day. So we'll talk about that in a future video. When we do, I'll talk about actually how social media, from my perspective and for my team, we teach it so that social media has 4 phases. So I talk to clients about this. I train my VAs on this. My VAs understand that if they're working social media, they have to be able to do both marketing and management, and it breaks down like this. Phase one is content creation, right? You're creating new content that allows you to attract new viewers, to attract a new audience. You're also creating content to engage and keep entertained, keep it interested, your existing base. And you're also trying to connect with influencers. You're also trying to empower your employees or your staff. You're trying to build up your audience and whatever you're doing, whether it be an advocacy or a nonprofit or a business or whatever it is you're doing. You want to make sure that you're trying to take something somewhere through your messages, through your creative content. So your posts, your videos, your reels, your stories, these are all things that need to be created. That's phase one. Phase two is that when you actually post things, and you do more than just post, the posting has to be strategic, has to be planned out. You want to know what you're going to post ahead of time. You want to build out a calendar of what will post on what day. You want to make sure you're consistent on when certain posts hit. You want to make sure that your messaging is consistent. A lot of people use content pillars that are based like this. On Mondays, you drop a tip of the day. On Tuesdays, you drop something about technology. On Wednesday, you do something about my story. On Thursday, you do something that's like a throwback. Friday's a funny meme or something like that. Those are examples of every day you do something that kind of fits into a bigger narrative of who you are, what you do, how you do it. But you're looking at that strategy. This is the content phase that turns into the posting phase, right? So a lot of people who are great at creating content, they're okay at understanding the ins and outs of posting. But you want to make sure you have somebody that can do both. And the third part three, really the third phase of social media is more of the engagement. What happens after something is posted? How do you interact with people that interact with you, first of all? If people like, comment, or share on whatever it is that's posted, are they having that acknowledged? Is there a reply? Is there somebody going back and saying thank you? In addition, when people like and comment and share on your stuff, you should do the same. Most of us don't. Most of us scroll through the news feed and we just kind of zip through stuff, and we really don't ever think about going and doing like for somebody else, right? And we should do more of that. We should show them that we actually care about them because they took a time to like us. Even if you're zipping through a news feed and you like stuff, if you don't have that happen back to you, or people come and like your stuff because you like their stuff, then you're missing something. You want to kind of change that energy. A good social media virtual assistant can help you with that engagement piece. And I'll talk about in future videos a methodology that we use from my good friend Marina Simone called the 333. But that's something we'll talk about down the road. The fourth part of social media really is the follow-up. And this is something I say all the time. My mentor, Bill Walsh, he's big on this. He says, the money's in the follow-up. And it is, right? Follow-up's what gets you people buying your service. It gets you to sign up for your course. It gets people to be able to want to give you their money because they like you, they trust you, they see value in you, and they think that you're going to solve a problem they have. So the follow-up's got to be geared towards that. And you got to know who to follow up with how often. Who do you send something to weekly? Who do you wait, 2 or 3 months before you follow up on? Who's someone's never going to buy from you? You got to categorize those. If you can't do it yourself, you have a virtual assistant do it for you, right? This is where the management piece really kicks in, right? The engagement and the follow-up. So this is why you need to have a virtual assistant that can do all of this. You can have 2 virtual assistants, one who's creative and one who's more project thinking, working together, or you can find a really great virtual assistant that can do both. Either way, Sonic VA can help you find the talent you need, so you can go check out sonicva.com. I also want to talk about the future of work in a bigger sense real quick. I'm doing this thing in the Philippines called the Mastermind. It's a business mastermind like we all heard about for over 100 years. Business masterminds bringing people together to collaborate, to do joint ventures, to problem solve as a team. But we're doing it in the Philippines where we're partnering entrepreneurs and small business owners with technology and technology solutions like crypto and AI and chatbots. And we're also bringing that together with virtual assistants so that I think, from my experience, the path forward, if you're trying to launch or grow a business, is you've got to have a team of people that support you. They've got to be virtual. You can't have them stuck in one location when they have to report to work every day. There's just too much risk there. You want to find a way so they can take advantage of all the tools and abilities you can work online and have your team do that. So if you're interested in Mastermind PH, go check out our Facebook page, Mastermind PH1. It's a group actually on Facebook, so search groups. And basically that's what I have for you today, right? This is what we're going to talk about for the next several videos. Talk about marketing and other technology solutions that you can use to be able to grow, launch, or scale a business. Basically, it's going to be around the future of work, where I see the path going forward for small business owners and for people that work for small business owners. So if you're a Filipino virtual assistant, you want to follow this series so you see what it is that people need from you that they'll need in their business that make you employable, and then will help you stand out. So you're not like every other of the millions of virtual assistants out there. You're someone who gets to the top of the resume pile. You're someone who gets that interview and nails it. So there you go. That's our topic, right? So the future of work. And for the next few episodes, we'll talk about social media. I look forward to seeing you again. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Drop any comments you have below, and I'll be back again with more episodes of the future of work. Take care and have a great day.